Look at Group E here with the US women's national team and who they'll be facing in those group stages: Netherlands, Portugal and Vietnam. Their first game against Vietnam on July 21st. Very excited for it, and even more so now that the US roster has been released. That happened on Wednesday morning. Some notable absences, maybe some notable inclusions too, but who better to speak to it about all of it than a player who won 2 World Cups with the US women's national team. Always a delight to be joined here on ESPN FC by Ali Krieger. Ali, great to see you again. Let's have a little chat then about what we've seen today with this roster reveal. For you, any surprises, be it inclusions or exclusions?
Yes, there were a few last-minute surprises for me. Once again, thank you for having me, Kay. This is always so much fun to chat about the best team in the world with you. So thank you again. But yes, there were definitely surprises for me. I think just mainly 1 or 2 because of, a few injuries that happened. I was, anxiously waiting to see who would make the roster. And DeMello from Racing Louisville has had an incredible season so far. That was definitely a surprise for me since she doesn't have a cap and has never been to a World Cup or a big tournament yet. So this is definitely, I think, a great choice that Coach Andonovski made for the team in order to, help our midfield and elevate that position. She can play the 10, she can play wide. She's very versatile, and she's had a great season so far for Racing. And it's just exciting to see these young players come in and fill this roster.
It's really interesting to hear, Ali, that you say that we're still number 1. The odds makers to stay in the US are still number 1. You speak to other players who've played on the national team. They're saying we're still number 1. You're going for a 3-peat. Is this team capable of doing that this summer?
Yeah, listen, the roster that we have, obviously we have 14 players who have yet to appear in a World Cup, but that doesn't mean they're not capable of getting the job done. And I have full confidence in the squad, especially with our older talent and Kelly and Alex and Pino kind of leading the way now that unfortunately Becky is unable to be there. But I know that they have a strong team and they have young talent that is so willing to roll their sleeves up and get the job done. And I think there's a sense of urgency and a different motivation than I think in the past. And I can see that in the play. They're very dynamic, and it's really fierce to watch the young players that we have, have that bite and that mentality at such a young age to want to succeed. And so that is something I'm really looking forward to in the tournament. And yes, we do have an opportunity to win again. No one has done it 3 times in a row. So hopefully this will be the summer for us.
You mentioned Becky Sauerbrunn and obviously not making it in time, not recovering from injury in time to make this a devastating blow for the team, whichever way you look at it, whether it comes to everything she offers on the pitch, her leadership as well, just not having that captain there. And a lot of talk now about the lack of depth and the lack of experience in that backline for the US. Do you have any concerns there?
No, I have full confidence in, our players, even if they haven't yet been to a World Cup tournament. There's definitely our center back pairing who have yet to appear in a big tournament, but that doesn't mean they're not fully capable, like I said before. And I think I have full trust that they're going to get the job done. They've had really good seasons so far. They deserve to be there and they deserve their positions. I know they're going to do their best, and that's all we can ask for. And then obviously on the flanks, having Fox, and you have Sonnet, and you have Crystal Dunn and Huerta there as well. And then Kelly O'Hara, obviously bringing that leadership and the experience, which will be very, very important to help that back line succeed.
Let's talk about Julie Ertz then, because she has made it onto the roster. And without her, it has really been notable for the US women's national team. It's just that there doesn't seem to be any player who can do specifically what she does. Can she get back to her best form this summer?
Yeah, absolutely. I really believe that, every player with the proper tools and the help and support and the rehab that, return to play models that can be provided, players can get back to their full selves, and if not better. I remember when I was injured with my ACL and not making the Olympics, and I came back better and stronger, fitter and faster than ever before. And I thought that I would take a huge dip, but actually with the proper help, the proper return to play model, and the support with the full team and the people around, the support staff around, that really benefited me at the time. And I know that it has just been elevated even more so now than ever before. And so I have full confidence for sure that she will be back healthy and stronger than ever.
Let's go a little higher up the pitch then, because I want to talk to you about Sophia Smith, who's been heralded as the future of the US women's national team, particularly in that front line. A tag she doesn't always love, but there is no doubting this player's confidence. Many know her, obviously, from this side of the world, but when it comes to the biggest stage, the World Cup right now, is this a player that you expect to see take it with both hands, this opportunity?
Absolutely. Sophia Smith has just been brilliant to watch. She's been such a fierce player in our league and then within the national team. She's just grown into her role. She's really taking that front line, on her back and producing. That's what you need. In order to win games, you need to score goals, and she's a goal scorer. She has a knack for getting in the right spots and finishing and doing her job and doing it really well. So I do feel like we do have an advantage in that she's maybe, like you said, not as well known to other countries and on that stage, but they'll quickly find out, because she is going to be brilliant. She's going to be a leader in that front line, and everyone's going to be looking for her to be in the box, to find those positions, to put herself in scoring positions and creating those opportunities for us.
Seeing as though you mentioned other countries then, we've established that the US women's national team are #1 right now as it stands. Obviously, they're defending the title here. But which countries do you think will cause the most problems in this World Cup?
I really believe Spain, Brazil, and obviously England, coming off of their Euros performance, was excellent. So I think they're going to be ready to roll through this tournament with full of confidence, and that's really tough to go against after coming off of that big tournament for them. And I also see Australia because they're playing in their home country, and they have something else a little bit more to fight for. So that extra motivation, I think, will really elevate their game and get them to be a huge contender this tournament.
Ali, it's always great to hear from you. We're wishing you best of luck for what's left of your final pro season. We're definitely going to miss you on the pitch, but we hope to hear a lot more from you here on ESPN FC.
Thanks, Kay. Talk to you soon.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.